Hey everyone, welcome back. And this time I am going to come back and I am going to, I want to do a reading on, I do want to do a reading on Mueller, but I'm going to frame it differently because it really seems that now this is a much bigger, a much larger investigation than just Mueller. I mean, we're talking about different areas of the law, of different prosecutors, different offices. There's more than just the Mueller investigation, because if you the Maria Butina has been that situation was handled by the United States, not the special prosecution, not the special investigation into Russian interference. This, whatever stage we are in right now, I know we're all hinging upon Mueller in many ways to help bring justice. And with all the ongoing investigations where Trump and his family and his businesses are the targets of these investigations, and it's not just being handled just by the special counsel. It's not just being handled by that. You've got the Southern District of New York. You've got the United States now involved with the Maria Butina thing. You have the DC courts. There is so much happening. It is actually, I think, is a much bigger picture than we all expect. I mean, we knew. I think the thing is that we knew this was big. We knew it was really big, but because now there are so many entities involved, this is bigger than we have, than we've seen than we've expected, I think. I think that now we're moving beyond just Russia, international interference, especially by Russia. We're now moving into something even bigger, which would be corruption, So there is, and I really do think that they're kind of making moves, like they're circling. They're like vultures circling. I think it feels very like they're trying to take down a crime family. So, and I mean, however you feel about the Trump family, but this is just how the viewpoint comes from an outsider looking at all the different investigations and seeing them all come together. It really does look like that. So I think the question should be how does, the question needs to be not so where's the Mueller investigation going on? I should probably just say, how is the United States handling all of this? I mean, where is it going? What is the end result, that's going to happen with the prosecution and the Southern District of New York, the DC, the federal, the state. I mean, literally, this seems like it's not just federal, it's also state. So we're looking at a collaboration moving forward with this investigation. It is very massive in scope. This is not a small thing. So I want to see, and it just does seem like Mueller is probably spearheading all of it because he sends it out to where he thinks it needs to go. So what I want to do is I want to kind of look at this investigation into corruption, into the Trump thing. Where is it heading? If it does center around the Trump, the Trump dealings, I think it's bigger because it's going to go into Congress too. I mean, whoever has been accepting monies from Russia, either funneled through the NRA or any other organization that may have caught them off, that may have, they either know about or they don't know about, they're going to find out about it. This is really a huge operation. So how is the United States dealing with the whole legal system? So let's think about that. Where is that going to take? How is that going to go? Where is that heading? Right? The whole scope, the whole investigation. Let's just call it the investigation. How is the investigation? Because it's so huge. How is the investigation going? Where is it heading? If it does involve the Trump family, I mean, if Ivanka Trump is now in trouble, now we're looking into inauguration, mishandling of finances, mishandling of appropriation of finances, of her spearheading the idea that anybody who wanted to buy a room in their hotel, they would charge like triple the amount, pretty much gouging everybody. Yeah, this is not good. Let's look at our government. How is the investigation moving? Where is it going? How is it affecting? So let's see where it takes us. Is it coming to a close? What's happening? There's so many questions. But let's just see if we paint a picture, right? All right. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so where are we going? Ace of Wands. There's new energy going forth. So this is pretty much telling me something new is happening. So whatever was in the past has now wrapped up and they are moving forward now. So they probably have most everything they need. So now it's just a matter of starting to put everything into motion, right? So, and it's really strange. It just came into my head just the second. It's like this is also probably indicating to me, first of the year is when we're really going to start seeing motion. So I think things are going to simmer down a little bit before the holidays. It's only 1 week, and then we have the holidays, and then we have the new year. And then it's just at the beginning of the new year, I think things are going to ramp up. The new energy is going to begin. So they're just saying, watch out. Here we go. All right. So it looks like in the beginning of the year, we're going to start seeing movement. We're going to see a slowdown. Things are not going to happen. People are going to be allowed to enjoy their families. People who are worried are going to have to worry a little longer. So there's going to be some new energy moving forward. It is going to begin. So I think we're going to begin the phase of all the results, all the tirelessness of investigating and doing things. You're going to now see the results starting to move forward. All right, here we go. Past. Oh my gosh, I was just talking about that. So this is the completion. This is the world. So this is, I think the thing is in the past, they began to wrap up loose ends. I think they're feeling like they're pretty confident with whatever they do have to begin forward with this new thing. So I think things are wrapped up in terms of the initial phase. I'm not going to say the end of the investigation. We are wrapped up on the initial phase because we have a new phase that's going to begin. Okay. So let's see. Presently. Okay. Difficult journey. All right. So this is a difficult journey. This is also leaving. So when you're talking about this investigation, it has been a difficult journey because they are constantly under assault, under attack by the president, calling that they're pretty much trying to say that the investigation is illegitimate. And it's not just he is targeting Mueller, but there's so much more. It's the Southern District, it's the United States, it's the Mueller investigation. It's a difficult journey. This is so massive and huge. It's a large undertaking. There are people who are tired. There are people who are worn out, but things have been wrapping up, right? Things have been wrapping up here. So you do have some investigators that are now leaving because, their job, they are no longer needed right now because their job has been complete. So we have a difficult journey. We do have some people leaving. We have the end. This is the end, and it's been a difficult journey. It's been a very emotionally and trying. So whatever these people who have been involved in this, and they cannot speak about it because it's still an ongoing investigation. They cannot speak about it, but it's that emotional, it's probably, I think, many of them are disappointed at what they're seeing, at what they've discovered and what they've uncovered. It's heartbreaking. They're emotionally wrought. So This has been a difficult journey. People are leaving as their jobs come to an end because the first phase of this whole thing is over. We are now beginning to move into a new phase, okay? What's the challenge? Okay, who is this emperor? Okay, the challenge is the emperor. So, who could this be? Who could this be? Their challenge is the presidency, right? The presidency is the challenge because, like I said, he's been attacking, calling it a witch hunt, discrediting them, saying that, a lot of whataboutism. What about this? What about Hillary? What about Comey? What about, it's a witch hunt. They're forcing people to lie to take a lesser plea. Oh my gosh, there's so many crazy excuses here. The other thing is that this could also be Russia, because that is the focal point of Mueller's investigation. And it's like, well, they've already indicted a bunch of Russian nationals. They only got one because she was in the country. But you have others that have been indicted that they probably will never be able to touch, and Russia itself. So, or Putin. I really don't think the Russian people, it's not the Russian people, it's Putin and the government. Those are the things that they're dealing with, right? So, but you could say it's some of the Russian people, because they, like the Maria Butina is acting upon the Russian government's behalf. So, but this would be the government. I think the government for the Russians, and I think it would be the presidency. So that is a big, huge challenge. Okay. So what's the outcome? High priestess. All right. Don't you just love it when they give you the high priestess as an outcome? Basically, it means we're not to know. So the universal energies is telling me, yeah, I'm not going to give you the outcome right now. But, but it also says, trust your intuition. The intuition is going to lead us will let us know where this is heading. But right off the bat, immediately, it's telling me that we are not going to know the outcome because it is just beginning. It is moving forward. Like I said, things could happen along the way that are going to alter things, alter plans. The Department of Justice that is working on all of this, our legal system that is all working on this, they are learning to be pliable and bendable, because something new could always come in, something could change something, and they have to be able to adjust themselves. So, outcome unknown. So, thanks, universe. All right, let's build upon it. Let's build what has influenced all of this, right? Okay. So in the past, the journey, okay. So in the past, let's bring it, is the journey of the fool. So who's being a fool? Well, politicians, I would probably say. I think it began with Trump. Trump is the catalyst. He is the person that has made missteps. He's made it so blatantly obvious that there are his willingness to circumvent our Constitution and do things and intentionally hurt people and being totally cool about it. The guy has zero empathy. He has zero empathy. He has a lot of apathy, so this fool has driven this whole investigation, and it's leading us here. And he keeps doing it. I mean, all those tweets, all those tweets just helps them put pieces together. Every single one of his tweets. I mean, everybody keeps saying, stop tweeting, because you're only helping the investigation. And it's true. So now that it's at the first phase is in completion. Okay. And we're beginning a new phase here. So they have been on this journey through all of it. It's been difficult. But the first phase is over. I think the first phase, it's still going. So here we go. Presently, Queen of Wands. So this, I would probably say there is some, this is a female, there's a female energy, and it could be somebody, and the person that comes to mind right now is the Southern District of New York, the Attorney General. I believe it's a girl. I believe it's a female, and she has she's fiery in spirit. She's a go-getter. She's going to charge. She's going to get it done. She knows how to get it done, and she's going to get it done. So oftentimes this is also the card of, you know, this card for me in all my political readings, this card keeps showing up as the woman who's going to bring down Trump. And I have also likened it to the female movement of them moving forward and charging. We saw the female movement come into the House. There's a lot of females that have been elected, but also this energy. It's now about nurturing the United States, healing it, pushing it forward, getting it going. So I think in the present, this is a very looming and important piece to the investigation. Okay, so I think the district attorney, the attorney general, I believe, she is in New York. She is really driving it on the legal front on their side, because that is the central. That's where a lot of the investigations for the Trump family is, right? There's some really important stuff going there. All right. Challenge, though. Nostalgia. Ooh, that's an interesting challenge. There is a I know. The challenge is, you know, once upon a time, we were not like this. The challenge is to want to just go back and reset before corruption, before all of this, not wanting to be this, right? It's that idealized past of where you want to be. But the thing is, you got to stay focused right now. Keep moving forward. Don't let these nostalgic moments, you know, especially for the people of the United States, you know, to sit there and go back and say, well, once upon a time we could just trust our politicians. Well, we should trust them. I mean, that's the way it is. But the thing is that they have been, as we were being trusting as United States citizens, the corruption has been building underneath. So we have to be wary about that. The investigation is to be wary about that. The whole nostalgia factor, right, of going back, you know, to the more innocence, the time of innocence, to that people are innocent. You know, the challenge is, you know, the presidency who acts like a child, right? And, you know, and wanting to just be naive. It's like, you know, I don't want to know that there's just so much problems going on. We don't want to know that somebody would intentionally try to harm the United States or doesn't care about hurting the United States, right? So here we are, an unknown future. We don't know the outcome because of it, but let's see what's underneath it. Okay. So I think the thing is that they've come to this is a crossroads. We're in the beginnings of a new stage. There's the indecisions of like, okay, there's so much information, we don't know which way is going to go first. So this could add to the secrecy or into the unknown factor, because there isn't decisions made. I mean, it's like literally you're working day by day determining what is going to be your next step, because anything at any time could come in and change and alter where you're going to have to adjust. So there is a lot of, you know, there is a lot of information that they just probably don't know which, they don't make a plan of exactly how they're going to unveil it. They let things happen and unfold, and they unveil it at that moment in time. There's some blocking going on here, but, you know, and it could be, there is some blocking in to them. And, you know, it could be simple as, you know, hey, you know, holiday, block, we're not going to do anything, we're not going to step on it. Or there are definitely some people in power in the government, like the Senate. The Senate is completely, you know, in the pockets of Trump and all these of money, you know, that came in, that they received from foreign places. So there is some obstacles that they have to maneuver around. And those obstacles actually kind of determine what they're going to have to do and what steps. So they don't make a plan because at any moment they know that, Trump could do anything at any moment to put a halt, which is going to force a plan B or plan C or a new reworking. So there is no set formula of how they're going to move forward, but they do move forward. There is a purpose. There's new energy. They know that after the holidays, things are going to start unfolding, and it's kind of a coordination. If you've noticed with like the Cohen, you had the state and the federal in court and making their point. So I think there's some coordination. So there is coordination. It is going to go forward. How they're doing it, that really depends on where the energy is at that moment in time. All right, moving on. We are going to head to the past again. So everybody's battle weary. Okay, so we're at a completion. The Fool is kind of catapulted this all. Everybody's been working hard, fast and furious, and they've been embattled because, they're being attacked constantly by the presidency. They're embattled. They are working hard. And then obviously it leads right into the present of people whose jobs are completed. They are leaving, but you got other energies. You got, I believe this would probably be the girl in New York. It could also be Congress that is coming up because remember, first of the year. But that would be in the future. But so I would probably say this is the person in New York. She is driving a lot of the stuff that's going forward right now. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. All right, the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so they have a lot of knights moving methodically forward. So everything, even though there's people leaving. You have the New York lady, she's moving things forward on her front, but there are still knights methodically stepping one step foot in front of the other, and stuff. And they are digging through all that evidence. They are putting things together so that it's preparing for this, right? They're preparing for the new burst the new phase. These guys are preparing. So they know what they're doing. Their jobs are set. They are stepping it forward. So. All right, so let's see what's next. What's the challenge? Money. All right. Money is a challenge. Are they going to try to pull some funding here? This is interesting. Or is it following the money? Are they going to hit some paths? Are they going to run into money issues? It doesn't feel like it. But there's going to be some new material things. Maybe it could even be new evidence. Maybe some of the evidence that they need is not in place yet. So even though they're beginning this new phase forward, there's certain things they still don't have all their evidence in. They still haven't got it. The new evidence that needs to come forward hasn't appeared yet. That could be that. If there's a problem with the presidency wanting to yank funding, that might be an issue. It could also be the Senate having their constant blocking of protecting them. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be happening here. But I think it could be also that I really kind of maybe feel like that there's just some of the cases don't have the evidence they're waiting for to materialize just hasn't come up yet. They're still working through that, right? So that might be a challenge for some of it, but they have the majority of it done. I think this phase is done, but for some of the investigation, not all the evidence is in place. They expect it to come into place. It's just not there yet. All right. But they're still planning to move forward in the new year. All right. Outcome. Success. All right. The outcome for this whole special counselors, this whole thing is success. So I think that even though they have completed this, so there's going to be success. We don't know what the outcome in terms of what it is. They're going to be coming outcome. We don't know who's going to be indicted. I don't know who's going to be. We can make guesses all day long. We can actually, but it says trust our intuitions because we'll probably be right, right? There's some indecision going on. There is some blocking. There is some challenges that are blocking them, but ultimately they will be successful. All right. So I don't know. I think it's It is moving, it is moving, it is moving, it is on its way. We are going to see activity in the future. The first phase is done. We are now heading into a new phase of this whole investigation. It is a collaboration of the United States, and the United States will succeed. I'm talking about the goods of the United States. The good, the legal system is still functioning, even though we have other areas that seem to be broken. But it will make a huge difference. It's all going to change, you know? We're all going to go change, so... All right, I'm not going to move any further. This is a pretty strong outcome card. It's not ambiguous at all. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will come back as soon as I can. I know things, I can feel it. Things are going to be coming together. I should be able to come back in the new year and begin my own new journey. So I hope you all have an amazing holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, I do. I celebrate Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you guys. Whatever holiday you do, I hope your holiday, you know, if you don't celebrate Christmas, you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or any other, I really hope that your holiday is beautiful. It is loving with warmth and gratefulness, and all the best to you, and that everything in the new year is good for you. I will see you next time. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully before Christmas. That's my goal. So we may see you before it. If not, have a beautiful and blessed holiday. All right? Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.